Hello friends, it's time for another video. Today is just a random little chat. I've done some rather extreme things in the last couple days. The first extreme thing is I deleted my other channel. I got rid of my barbecue channel. It's completely wiped off the face of the earth. I mean, I still have everything on a hard drive, but I got rid of it from YouTube. Why did I do that? A few reasons. One, the people that do that crap full time, they got it covered. I don't need to be wasting people's time having them watch whatever nonsense I happen to put together. And the recipes were good, but whatever. Let's leave it in the hands of professionals. We don't really need to be flooding the airwaves with crap. So I got rid of it. If any of you were subscribed to that channel, it was called Just Chillax Barbecue. It's gone now. And there was a recipe you wanted. I mean, just hit me up in the comments and I'll send it over to you or whatever. The other reason I got rid of it is because I liked it too much. I had fun doing it. I enjoyed it. I looked forward to it. And it took up a lot of time in the summer while I was doing it. And you might be like, why would you stop doing something you enjoy? Well, because it got in the way of writing, didn't it? Because I would, as I've said in several videos on this channel, I normally take the summers off. That's no good for anybody. I'm supposed to be pushing out these books. I can't afford to take the summers off just because I enjoy doing something else. It's sacrifice. Endless sacrifice in everything. It's not that I don't enjoy writing. I do. I very much enjoy writing. I love the stories that I've been writing. I mean, the writing retreat, I'm a little bit on the fence about, but I love all the other stories that I've been writing. And I wanted to be able to focus even in the summer. I didn't really want to be taking 4 months off as an indulgence because I happen to like doing something else. Nuts to that. We'll stay focused on the writing. You can only have so many hobbies at a time, I find. I also like make wine and stuff, but Christ, I haven't been downstairs to check on the wine in forever. That's not entirely true. I went down a month ago and I pulled a bottle of what was supposed to be beetroot wine. And my God, is that stuff sweet. It's an iced wine, actually, is what it turned into. I let it go too long, I think. 2 years, a year, 2 years, you can still kind of taste the beet to it. That's been down there for 4 years. The beet's gone, and it's just caramel or caramel. It just tastes like a caramel wine. Anyway, I have lots of hobbies, but we have to stop them. We have to stop everything that I enjoy and focus on one thing that I enjoy, which happens to be the writing. So that's why I deleted my channel. Did I have 50,000 subscribers? No, I did not. I barely had any, but that's fine. Whatever. The subscribers I had were lovely. They left comments and were very positive. I didn't receive a single negative comment on that channel. That was wonderful. I haven't received a single negative comment on this one either. People just unsubscribe. Just, it's fine. You know, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. So what have I been doing this week? I told you last week that I had to read. I had the opportunity to read a critique partner's book. I did do that. That was wonderful. That was the best book she's ever sent me. I think. I mean, it was great. I had very few notes. I was just reading it through and I'm like, that's great. You know, normally I hate fantasy, but it was great. I like that very much. So that was a positive. And then I sent out the writing retreat, as I said in the last video, to my alpha reader, my critique partner, a new critique partner, and the dev editor. And I received feedback back from one of them. And I stopped all the others. Every other person I said, don't read it. Give me a bit. Because the feedback from the one, and if you are the one, don't comment on this. It's fine. This is me. This is just my feelings. It's not a problem. The feedback from the one, it was enough that I thought, you know what? I don't want to waste other people's time with this. Let me implement some things that I had thought should have been implemented in draft 1. Tweak a bunch of stuff and then resend it to people so that their time doesn't feel wasted. So the person who replied, I apologize that your time, or that you may feel your time was wasted, but that was helpful to me. It's not the easiest story to get a grip on. Very difficult to tell the truth of what's happening in it. So I've been working on that for a few days now. Tweaking everything. I completely rewrote the ending and a few other scenes. I think I'm going to add a lot more into the opening bit to make it a little more readable. Well, it's readable. It's quite easy to read, but to make it more compelling, more page-turny. So we'll be doing that. And that's all thanks to that feedback. So I do appreciate it. But it did make me want to stop everyone else from wasting their time reading it. Which is fine. Absolutely fine. You know, I might have spiraled for a bit. And then I got it back together. I got myself under control. And, you know, we try not to look at things as positive or negative, just varying forms of interesting. And so I've done that. I am stalling as I try to think of new things to say. So as soon as I've finished implementing all of that stuff, then I will get the other people back on board. The dev editor already had 3 of my books with her that she was going to do this month and a little bit into next month. And all I did was change the order of them. She was going to start with the writing retreat. I just had it swap so that she's starting with book 0 because book 0 I still owe to you as an audiobook. So we'll get her going on that, which I imagine is like today or tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't received the second half of my bill yet. I don't know when she's starting, but We'll see. And then she's also doing the redux of book 6. So that's cool. Anyway, I have no idea what else to say. Again, I felt I needed to focus more on the writing so that I can get these things out in a reasonable amount of time. And so I decided to get rid of my other channel. Sometimes this is a reflection, because in the moment, no. But allowing myself time to ruminate, even if you get negative-ish feedback, give yourself time. I mean, I'm not saying that all feedback on my books has been positive. It hasn't been, but because I just went on to write the next one, it hasn't been as severe in my head as this. This one, I was like, I really want to know what this person thinks. So that immediacy is what made it stronger. Ideally, you would receive feedback and you can read it, but then like shut the hell up for 4 or 5 months. Then come back to it. You won't see it in the same way. That's fine. I mean, I only gave it a few days, but I'm fairly thick-skinned, but for some reason this hit me harder than usual. It's fine. So there's a little bit of advice for writing. The end. I have no idea what else to say. We'll just keep writing the tweaks on this writing retreat. I know it was supposed to be a palate cleanser. Actually, it was my brother who was like, why are you like worried about a palate cleanser? That was just supposed to like, you know, flush your palate, prepare it for the next thing. And it's like, well, because I actually put stuff from my other series into it. So now I want to see it published. Not trad, obviously. I'm not good enough to do trad. That's what I was thinking. Something I've been thinking for the last few days. I'm not good enough for any of this. This entire 30-book series, plus, I guess now, Christ, we got 2 prequels. 32-book series. This is all just to get my feet wet. This is all just to practice craft. Slowly get better and better. Until I reach a point where I actually feel confident in what I'm doing. Now, that's not to say that the books aren't good. They're wonderful stories. Other people, and they've been to a lot of other people love them. So they're totally worthwhile. But this is all just gearing us up. You know, if you're in your early 20s, you have all the time in the world. I don't have that much time. You know, it's minutes. We're minutes away. But I'm trying to get in as much writing as I can to feel what it's like to just write, keep writing, accomplish things. I guess that's the second point, you know, write, accomplish things, be able to tell stories in challenging ways. All of these books that I write, they're not so much narrator, dialogue heavy, characters are carrying the entire thing. And that goes against all advice you'll ever hear. Why am I doing it? Because it's more difficult. You'll learn more faster. So, we'll get through the 30 books. If I have to trim off 6, I will. But we'll get through the 30 books. And then hopefully, in a few years, we'll be ready for the big boy books. We'll do something significant. We'll have learned enough in doing all of this, I don't know, 1 million words, 500,000. No, it's more than that. 3 million. 3 million words. We'll have learned enough in doing all of this to be able to produce something of value, hopefully. And then we can see where that goes. Okay. It's, this is important. Stick with me. Stop fast forwarding. I used to watch billiards a lot. And there was this female billiard player. I don't know all the terms. And she said, the only way I can beat these other people is by practicing more than they do. Because everyone's at such a high level. That's sort of stuck in my head over the years. That's why it came out just now. I wasn't thinking of that before I hit record. I just thought of it now. Yeah. Practice, 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 practice. Execute. Should you be publishing your first book? Knock yourself out. I don't care. You're putting it on Amazon? But will you be proud of it 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Like it honestly should be your worst book. Every book before the one you're currently writing should be your worst book. If you get my meaning. Anyway, going back in time. Just keep practicing, you keep getting better, and one of these times you'll actually be satisfied with what you've done. Perhaps. Perhaps not, but keep trying. Keep trying until the day the daisies grow out of your mouth.